Yo, it's CameronMcC, aka Cameron here, and that's not my intro anymore. Yo, it's CameronMcC. Anyway, God, I'm fucking a number one YouTuber. Anyway, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to go over some Minecraft 1.13 builds that I've been working on. I actually built these, some of these. I actually built them when the... God, I just had a mind blank. I actually built them when the 1.13 beta came out, is that what it's called? Nah. The 1.13 trials came out, not the full release. I don't know, I forget the name of them. I should know these things before I start a video. But anyway, starting off with our first build here, using some new trapdoors and prismarine type blocks. We have got Squidward's house. Well, I tried to make it look like Squidward's house from SpongeBob, and I'd say I've done a pretty good job. It could be better, but you know, it doesn't need to be. Now, these are some of my favourite blocks in the game, and they've added them into the inventory. It's the wood blocks, the oak wood blocks. No, just the wood blocks. I don't know. I don't script videos, and I probably should, but they're 6-sided blocks, and they are honestly some of the best blocks in the game for custom trees like these, because you can't see the inside of the trees. So yeah, really good. And here we have kind of an abandoned cottage type thing, using the new stripped log blocks, and also using trapdoors. These are also some of my favourite blocks, like all the new trapdoors. But yeah, we just have like a cool little cottage area, and over here using again trapdoors. You'll see these trapdoors and 6-sided logs a lot throughout my builds, because they're some of the best blocks in the game, in my opinion. But we have custom trees using the new coral blocks, because they added in coral blocks to the game, because it's a 1.13 is a water update. So I made this cool gate using trapdoors and 6-sided wood blocks. This is based off a real temple in Japan. I forget what it's called. Should probably look up things, but again, unscripted videos. Over here we have another blossom tree using, again, 6-sided blocks, or 6-sided wood. And I don't think I used coral here. I used concrete, but that came out in 1.12, I believe. And then up here we have the birch trapdoors, because they look like paper that's used in paper walls that's used in Japanese builds. But yeah, that's really all for this build, I believe. But yeah, this is one of my favourite builds. I built this in like 10 minutes. It could be better, but you can tell it's a Japanese temple just by looking at it. Did I say purpose of this video? I'm just going over builds you can do in 1.13. Anyway, here we have some birch stripped logs. They fit in a lot. They fit in well with sand blocks or sandstone blocks, and the turtle shell, which is a wearable item. I don't really understand how you get them. I think it's just killing turtles. But they look like helmets, or military grade helmets. So that's what this is, and I couldn't find a proper use for turtle eggs, so guessing the chimney will do, I don't know. Jeez, I need to script videos. But here we have a bedroom type build, I guess, using trapdoors as a cupboard or wardrobe. And we actually have a new block here, blue ice. It looks like, kind of, like, I based this off of the Toy Story walls and Andy's bedroom, if you can think back to that, when he had like clouds and his painted on his blue walls. That's what it reminded me of. So it's meant to be clouds on a blue wall, but it just looks like a cool pattern. So here we have a basic bed, but it's using trapdoors instead, because again, some of my favourite blocks that they added in this update. We have trapdoors hiding some storage. We also have trapdoors around the top as a kind of barrier type block area, I don't know. Also, here's a new here's a new thing that I find really cool. You can now place chests next to each other. If you go like that, then they connect. But if you shift and click, they don't connect. That's one of my favourite add-ons to this update. And again, with the 6-sided wood blocks. I don't know if... Yeah, I'm pretty sure these buttons are new, because I've seen them back there as well in the tank. So you get different wood type buttons. You also get these in the inventory, in the creative inventory now, mushroom blocks, and it looks kind of like a lamp. And I found another use for sea pickles and turtle eggs. You can now use them as interior decoration. And here we have some stained terracotta that came out a couple of updates ago, I think. Using the new jungle trapdoor because it looks like custom paintings. Okay, moving on. Because it's a water update, water can now go through blocks like this. And I think that's really cool for sewer systems like this one, or like this. Now, I could have done a better job here because the pipe literally comes out, but you can tell that's a sewer system, can't you? Or like sewer pipe. Yeah, okay, another thing they can do is drains at the side of the road, if you do something like this. This is just like a trial, because it's my first time trying this, and I say it worked out. But here we have kelp. It's also dried kelp block. It also looks kind of like leaves or a bush or something. That's just a little Easter egg, Pennywise Easter egg, you know. But again, using the stripped log like we did back in the mansion, back in the cabin over there, just to add in the old kind of cabin style on modern builds. But up here, again with the trapdoors, using them as the backings of beds, some beds. Okay. Also, these are new blocks. No, not the quartz blocks, but what are they called? They're like smooth quartz blocks. These 4 blocks, they're also really nice blocks, just to use in building in general. And there's nothing in the interior, okay. Okay, so that's really all for that. And again, showing off that we have got mushroom blocks in the inventory now. By this giant custom oh Jesus, I can't speak. This giant custom mushroom. I just thought it looked cool. Plus I built that, then I built that, and I had space, so I decided to build this. But here we have a living room type area with an underwater aquarium using the new bubble feature from Soul Sand. You actually get pushed up by it, and so do animals and items flow up anyway, but there's also coral in here and different stuff added in this update. But magma blocks drag creatures down and drag items down and actually hurt creatures and items. Okay, there's also a treasure chest, but yeah. So it's like an underground aquarium, again using a lamp thing and using the new smooth stone blocks. Could look kind of like a desk, I guess. And here actually is something smart. There's actually water behind here because if you don't put water in contact with coral blocks, they actually dry up. And this is just using trapdoors and coral to make custom paintings again, because they're really nice blocks. And here we have our again with trapdoors to make a couch. I don't know, it looked cool, so I decided to do it. And trapdoors above the concrete to make it look like a TV screen. I don't know. You can tell what that is by looking at it, so I don't need to explain it. This was a freestyle build. I do freestyle builds every now and then, where I can never undo what I do. So if I place a block, I can't undo it. So if I didn't mean to place a block, I can't get rid of it. This could have been done a lot better, maybe if I built like walls and made an actual fort type area out of it. But it doesn't matter, it's built now. But you can actually make baskets out of the new spruce trapdoors, like something like this. yeah, they look really cool. And using the new smooth stone, we made crosses. So yeah, adding birch buttons to the outside of a gold block makes it look more like a bell than just placing a gold block, in my opinion. But yeah, I could have done that build a lot better. But this build everyone should be familiar with. It's using the new uncarved pumpkins, or just normal pumpkins, to make SpongeBob's house. Now the way you would have done this before, if we can get, is you would have got your carved pumpkins. These would have just been normal pumpkins, and you would have placed them something like this. And then from the outside, it would be like all normal, but on the inside it's all pumpkin faces. So what the uncarved pumpkins do is, if we go inside, there's no pumpkin faces. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. Also levers to open the door, and redstone naturally gets lit off from levers. You can see a little particle effect. I think that's really cool. I don't know, it's just my opinion now. So yeah, that's just to show off like the uncarved pumpkins, because I couldn't really find another use for them except from in like plants, gardens, or overgrown gardens or stuff like that. But here we have kind of like a tropical outside bar type area, again with the aquarium, which has got some salmon in it, all name tagged, because if you don't name tag them they despawn. But this is using the acacia. Also the new swimming thing. It's cool, but it's also a burden. This is using a lot of acacia and jungle blocks. Here we have like a wine rack type thing, just using spruce trapdoors and spruce fence gates. Now this is a really cool design. I actually seen it on a different person's video, I don't remember the name. But if you think back to my last video where I was showing builds on the IDMC server, this is what I was trying to hint at on one of my builds. But because that server is 1.12, not 1.13 or above, I couldn't really show it off. So this is what I was trying to build. Here we have like a little window bar area, pretend there's like a kitchen or something behind there. I don't know, I just thought this looked kinda cool. And here we have a bathroom using the new kelp blocks and buttons, I don't know, using some new blocks, like trapdoors for cabinets, for like lights. Also it's mirrored. So what I've done is I just flipped this build on here to make it look like it's mirrored, so you can look through the mirror and everything's identical. Don't know, I thought that was cool. There's also a window with, again, trapdoors above. And buttons. Buttons are really good for details, so the fact that we have multiple coloured buttons or multiple different types of wood buttons, I think it's really cool. Here, this is one of the first things I built in 1.13. The tree could have been a lot better. It's a blossom tree again, using the coral blocks, so you can see water dropping in there. There's actually water in there to keep the coral blocks from going dry and turning grey. But here we use coral, dried coral blocks, that's stone, or dead coral blocks, to create different stone. There is literally thousands of different grey blocks in Minecraft, and the fact that we got more stone blocks is unreal. But yeah, also water can now be placed on stairs and different blocks that would have created air bubbles in anything below 1.13. So I think that's really cool. So you can now actually like kind of stand in water. Like, I don't know, it looks cool. Again, showing off the six-sided blocks. Here we have a little garden, just showing off the six-sided blocks again. And we have a wall, a caved in mine tunnel type area using coral blocks. This is one of the first things about in 1.13 as well. And again, showing off trapdoors, because they're like, again, some of the best blocks in the game. Okay. Oh, also the basket design here, I forgot, yeah. And using red sand, acacia logs and acacia planks, they all go together because they're all orangey type blocks. And here we have a kind of spruce tree, kind of overgrown, creepy tree you'd see in a horror movie or something. This was just me testing out the 6-sided blocks, because this is actually the very first thing I built in 1.13, not that. And over here, if you think back to my IDMC server builds, again, this is what I was trying to show off. One of my Grief Trapdoor mine builds at Warp. No, it's not Warp, but at the second Jurassic World park that me and Scar the King or Ryan are building. This is one of the contraptions that we made. So pretty much what we do is we'd spawn fish in here, and then they get pushed up to the top, and then there will be like a big lake up here, and then we kill the fish off or let them swim away. So how does it work? Let me get some fish. So let's just get some salmon spawn eggs, because salmon are some of my favourite fish in the game. So I'm trying to think back to how I did this. So we close it off, and then like we have a little area down here, and the water's here, so we'd place the salmon in. Okay, I'm trying to think of a good way to do this, demonstrate this. Screw it. Just place all the salmon in. Oh, I didn't think this through, okay. Oh, I'm destroying everything. Okay, you get the point. Okay, and then we flick the lever. Then water comes up, and then they should... No, they're not, because I destroyed soul sand. Okay, it did work before, and then I hit record and it doesn't work. Also, this isn't my build, this is a mumbo jumbo build. But it creates infinite water sources forever as it travels along. I decided to stop it with this obsidian block because I didn't want it to destroy my full world. Okay, but that's pretty much some little 1.13 build ideas that I had. Little build tricks that you could use, like the sewer one, that's really good in city type builds or modern type builds. I really like this Japanese castle, and you can also use this tank in war type builds if you ever build war type builds. But I'm actually going to use this. I'm actually going to build this castle in the IDMC server when 1.13 gets released because I really like it. Again, with the darker blocks in front of the stripped log blocks, I really like that. Just as a look for like abandoned cabins in the middle of the forest. I don't know, it looks really cool. And I believe I'm the first person that's done it, because I done it like the night the update, or the trial update thing came out. The pre 1.13. I don't know if, I can't remember if I've done an interior to this. No, I haven't. Not really. Oh well. Well, anyway, so that's pretty much all for this video. If you've enjoyed, give a like, subscribe, all that good things. Check out the IDMC server. But apart from that, I've been CameronMcC. Thanks for watching the video, and goodbye. Okay.